Hello, guys, and welcome again to another edition of Learning with Rich. Okay, so let us now talk about Revit this time. So, after some discussion about Navisworks, anyway, we are still going to complete our Navisworks training. So, it's just I feel like doing a Revit thing today or tonight. Okay, so let us try to explore our tags. Okay, so this is a quite simple exercise, but I think it will help you a lot. You can do this in your architectural, structural, mechanical. So this template that I'm going to use, I'm going to use just some mechanical template to create the project, okay? But of course, you can also use architectural or structural template, all right? So let's go ahead and start. So I'll select the mechanical template. So we are going to do this on this, start from scratch, okay? So let us try to mess up the tags while discussing how it works. All right. So let's say, for example, I go to the systems here. I select the duct. Okay. So I'm not going to change the settings. So I'll just use the same settings, the system type, the size. So I'm not going to do anything. So I'll just draw the duct. Okay. So I'll just draw a duct here. Okay. There you go. Okay. And then I select modify. So after that, so let's say for example, I'm going to add a tag here. Okay, so tag, where's that? So this is the tag tool. So I select tag by category. Okay, so I'm going to use the default tag. So as you can see, as I move my pointer to my doct, it shows the loaded tag. Okay, so I'm going to pick this. Okay, I don't want to have a leader line, so I'm going to uncheck the leader here, and then I'll just pick. Oh, and the second thought, yeah, I want the leader line. Okay, so I place it here. There you go. And then modify. Okay, so let's say, for example, oh, I want to add some properties to my tag. So let's say, oh, I want to add the system. If I click the tag, so let's say, oh, I want to add there the system type. Okay, so I want every time I tag my doct, it will show the system type aside from the size. Okay, so how to do that? So to edit your tag family, no need for you to create a tag from scratch. Okay, so I tell you guys, it would be better to use the default families in Revit instead of creating it from scratch. Okay, since you're not that yet familiar with Revit, if you're just starting or you're just a beginner or mediocre in Revit, so it would be better just use the default out of the box family in Revit. So do not create the family from scratch. Okay, so you just try to familiarize yourself on the mechanics of the Revit family. Okay, so going back, so like what I have said, I want to add this system type on my tag. Okay, so I want to tag my doc. Okay, every time I tag, it will show the size and then the system type. So to do that, so what you can do is you need to select the tag. And then you can see here edit family. Okay, edit family. You can click that. It will open up the family editor. Of course, if you do not want to override the original tag here, you need to save as. Okay, so do not override the original family. Save as. Okay, you can go to file and then after that, just save as to different files. Okay, so just save as the family. Okay, so that it will not override. Anyway, in my case, I'm not going to save this. Okay, I'm not going to override it either. So anyway, so this text that you are seeing here, this is actually not a normal text. It's a label. That is actually a label. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a label here. So by the way, I'm going to open the visibility graphic overrides first. And then I check here the annotation categories. As you can see by default, the annotations here are disabled. So I'm going to check it to show all the annotation here. And then I'm going to select here OK. So as you can see, it will now show me the reference lines or reference planes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another label. So this is a label, right? So that's a label. It's 2.5. So let me just change the size first. Okay, so let's say 1.5. So after I select the label, I select edit type here to open up the type properties. I duplicate this one. Let me just call this 1.5. I select here OK. You know this already. I've been teaching you about creating the type. Okay, so you should be able to know this already. So for the text type, okay, so 1.5. It's up to you if you want to change the graphics, you want to change the properties of the text, it's up to you, okay? So in my case, I'll just change the text size. I created the new one, okay? Oh, okay. So there you go. So it's a bit smaller. Now, to add another label, so what I'm going to do is I go to the Create tab, and then you can see here label, okay? It creates a label for the annotation symbol. So I create the label here, and then I'm just going to use 1.5 as well. I just pick first. Later on, I can move that. Okay, so after you pick, you just look for the property that you want to show to your tag. Let's say system type. Okay, you double click that. It will be added here. And then you select OK. So there you go. So I select here modify. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this. I will change the horizontal alignment, let's say to left, justification. Same with my size here. So I select this one, I change the horizontal align left. Okay. Right, then after that, let me just adjust this. I can use the arrow on my keyboard, no problem. Or you can use the move command, or you can just drag that. Okay. Okay, let's say for example, something like that. And then I'm going to click this. I drag to align it there. Okay. Right. There you go. So after that, aside from label, so let's say I want to add another text here. This is label, okay? If you select the create here, you can see that there's a text here. So I select the text. So again, I'm going to change this. I'm going to create a new one. I duplicate. I change this to 1.5. And then, of course, for the text size, I change this to 1.5 as well. All right. Okay, then I'm just going to pick. So I just call this size colon. Okay, and then I modify. There you go. Text. I will make it left again. By the way, your text and label here, you will not be able to align that to each other. You see, there's no alignment. So it should be text to align. Like this one, it's both label, so you can align that the label it to each other. Okay, so you need to try to approximate this one. Okay, so that's how you do it. Okay, so that's the size. And since this is a text, I'm going to create another text here. I'm just going to copy this. Okay, I just move it down, and then I double click. I want to change this. This is system type. Okay, oops. All right, so system type, click outside, modify again. All right, so I'll just try to adjust this. Okay, there you go. All right, see? So let's say I'll try now to load this into my project, how it will look like. So I'm going to load now into the project, and I'll just override the existing version. There you go. See, it's now modified, right? So if I delete this one, and then I select the tag here using the same tag. So if I move my pointer, you see, it's now like this. So I click, there you go. All right. So let's say, oh, I don't want this style of my tag. Okay, so it's lousy. Okay, so let's say I want to add another information. So let's say the information that I want to add from my doc, I click the doc. So these properties that you are seeing here, these are the properties, or these are the labels. Okay, this is label, right? So these are the labels that you can see from the selection a while ago. Remember, when I select this, edit type, and then I go to create, I select the label, I pick one. You see, these are the properties of your doct. Okay, so these are the properties of your doc. So if I load into the project, you select the doc, you see there's a lot of properties, right? So you can use these properties to add to your label. So this time, let's say for example, I will select edit type. I want to add the manufacturer. Okay, so let's say I'm going to add the manufacturer. I will call it ABC Company. Take note that the manufacturer parameter here, it's just a text parameter. Okay, so you can change it. Okay, from here you can change the you can change the value by just typing the text. Okay, and then I select apply, then okay. So the manufacturer parameter is different from your system type and then the size, because if I select the doc, okay, so you cannot change the type of your system and then the size by typing it. Okay, so basically this is not a text parameter, so you need to change it. Okay, you need to change it. Okay, you cannot just simply key in or type. Okay, so same with your size here. You see your size, you cannot just simply type, so it would be better you just select from the drop down arrow. Okay, so you need to change this one. All right, so let's say I want to add that manufacturer. You see our manufacturer here, ABC company, but it is not showing on my tag. So how to do that? So it's the same procedure. You click the tag, edit the family, and then you go to create, select the label, and then you click first, and then you look for manufacturer. Okay, double click that, and then okay, and then modify. Okay, so I click this one, so I want the horizontal left. Okay, then I just drag this, align that to its fellow label. Okay, probably I select it like this. I move it up. Okay, something like that. Just approximate, just so that it will look tidy. Okay, then I select create. Let me just copy this. Copy, select. I place it here. Modify, and then I change. Oops, this one. So I change this to manufacturer. This is a text. Okay, right. Okay. So let me just select this. Select. All right. Let me just adjust it here. There you go. Okay. And let's say also I want to add a line boundary. So I select the line here. I click the rectangle. I just click like this one, and then I select modify. Okay. Now, if you want your rectangle to be at the center, so what you can do is you can select the dimension tool here. You can click that. You click the line, 1, 2, the reference plane, and then the line here, 3, and then you just move it up. And then you click EQ so that it will becomes equal on both sides. EQ. There you go. So same with this side here. 1, 2, 3. Click here, and then EQ. All right. Then modify. Right. So as you move this, you will notice the other side will follow also. Okay. Right. So it's equal. So it's at the center. Right. So from there, you can actually try to tidy up this more. Okay. Can tidy up. Just move it. There you go. Right. Okay. Then after that, you can now try to load that again to check out how it will look like. There you go. You see? So basically, that's how you modify your family. So let's say, oh, I want to add some divider lines. Select this one, edit your tag, line again, line, whatever, create, create, up to you. Okay, how you want it to be look like. You click this one, you click this one, you move up, okay, adjust. Basically, just tidy up your tag, okay? Just tidy up, okay? Just like this, move down. Okay, for example, for me, that's the one that I want. And then I load it, then override. Okay, there you go. And if I click the tag here, you will notice my manufacturer here. I can just change it from by just simply clicking this because it's a text parameter, right? So let's say if I change that to DEF company, I click outside. Yes. Okay, you will notice if I click the dock now, you go to the type properties, it's now changed, right? So this is what? This is supply, right? So if I create another dock here, so this time I'm gonna change the type. Let's say I want exhaust air. So this is the exhaust dock modify. Now I'm going to tag it, tag, you see, right? Then modify. Of course, you can adjust that up to you. Okay. So basically, that's how you modify your tag. So you can do this also to your architecture, to your structural, to your electrical, to your plumbing. Okay, so your tag will be based on the parameters here, the labels. These are the labels. You go to the type properties. These are the labels. So these labels are available when you modify your tag. Okay, right? So has this video has been helpful to you guys? Okay, so don't forget to like my videos and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a nice day. Bye bye.